Good day, viewers. Welcome to Afris Concept TV, your number one reliable channel, where you get updated and enlightened on what is happening around you. I appreciate you for the time spent while watching and viewing our channel. So if you are new on this channel, don't forget to click on the subscribe button as well as the bell button to get updated whenever I drop any video.
Viewers, today's headline reads: US shows interest in the return of Ihedioha as governor of Imo State, as Supreme Court review its judgments. But before I proceed, don't forget to click on the red subscribe button as well as the bell button to get updated anytime we upload new videos. The news in details. United States Congressman Representative Chris Smith, a ranking member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee's Subcommittee on Africa and co-chair of the Tom Lantos Human Rights Commission, says the eyes of the world are focused on the Nigerian Supreme Court when it reconsiders next week a controversial ruling with respect to the gubernatorial election in Imo State that sacked Ihedioha as governor. Mr. Smith, representing the city of New Jersey in the U.S. House of Representatives, said this is a statement released on Friday in Washington by his office with regard to the Nigerian Supreme Court's upcoming reconsideration of its controversial January 14, 2020 ruling, which undid the results of an election in Imo State, announced by Nigeria's Independent National Electoral Commission, and placed the fourth place finisher in the governor's seat. He expressed concern over the Nigerian Supreme Court and the danger of eroding constitutional safeguards should the Apex Court fail to do the right thing in the review of Imo governorship judgments slated for 2nd of March. A Supreme Court panel of 7 justices had in that judgment sacked Mr. Ihedioha of the People Democratic Party, PDP, as governor and replaced him with Hope Uzodinma of the All Progressive Congress, APC, who finished poorly in 4th position and whose party did not win 1 seat in the State House of Assembly. That grotesque decision had sparked protests against the nation and globally. Since then, the Apex Court had come under immense fire with majority of Nigerians, senior lawyers and civil societies calling for a reversal of the decision, seen by many as absurd. But Congressman Smith says the United States saw the erosion of the independence of the judiciary in Nigeria coming. He said, nearly a year ago, both the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria and I sounded the warning that President Buhari's suspension and removal of the then Chief Justice and elevation of a hand-picked successor threatened judicial independence and also undermined confidence that electoral dispute will be adjudicated fairly. Next week, the Supreme Court of Nigeria will reconsider a controversial ruling with respect to the gubernatorial election in Imo State. The eyes of the world are focused on whether the Supreme Court, upon reflection, will impartially adhere to Nigerian constitutional principles of federalism and the separation of power. Mr. Smith, however, added that if it rules with integrity, the Supreme Court can reassert its constitutional role as a firewall against unbridled federal executive power and help preserve constitutionalism and democracy in Nigeria that is in danger of being undermined. Recall that on January 26th, civil society group in a press conference in Abuja had also asked the Supreme Court to take courage and recall the Imo State governorship matter, and recall the error and restore justice, peace, hope, and faith in our democracy, and regain the confidence of the Nigerian people. Dr. Manzo Abubakar of the Abuja Discussion Group, who read the press statement on behalf of the coalition of the civil society groups, said the Supreme Court is left with no option than to review and reverse this anomaly, even if it means applying a judicial doctrine of necessity. The confidence of Nigerians in the judiciary is at lowest, and we believe that the Supreme Court can help to restore it and save the future election. This is the time to apply the famous dictum, justice must be rooted in confidence, and confidence is destroyed when right-minded people go away thinking the judge is biased. The Supreme Court is supreme and can creatively reinvent its own rules to do justice. It is necessary to do so now than ever to save Nigerian democracy, constitutionalism, and retrieve the judicial and justice system from its present opprobrium. Thank you for listening to this news. Viewers, I will say a very big thank you to the U.S. House of Representatives, Dr. Smith Chris, a Foreign Affairs Committee and a subcommittee chairman. A very big thank you, because people like your person are the kind of people that Nigerian truly need in the Nigerian government. When you come to justice and fairness, I'll tell you that we are out of it in Nigeria, and that is why this error, this thing that came up is tagged as error, of which I see it not to be an error, but a deliberate act being practiced in order to successfully install Uzodinma and APC on seat and remove Emeka Ihedioha, who happens to be the right mandate for that seat. As you can see, thank God you said it yourself, that the man in power, Hope Uzodinma, is performed very poor at the governorship election, which is seen to be so suspicious for someone who performed so poorly as a fourth man, becoming the first man after the judgment by the Supreme Court. So I really appreciate the concern shown by the U.S. government concerning the upcoming review of electoral judgment. And I really say that the international observers should be fully on ground. Their eyes should be fully fixed to see to this review of judgment by the Court of Appeal. Because I know that what doing is what doing well. If it is properly done, it is very, very sure that there must be a mixed up. And I believe that Emeka Ihedioha, who happened to be the mandate of the people, who happened to be the people's choice, will be reinstalled. I am not an emo, but I am speaking from a seat of fact. Because when it comes to political issues, definitely you must see something something unbalanced, something that is spiced with cheat and deceit. Politics is the only thing I know that you can never see to be perfect. In politics, you experience a lot of things that are not factual. You experience deceit, cheat, lies, a lot of wrong virtues. So definitely, I believe that during or before the review of judgment, either a foul play must have been played, or during the review, a foul play must have been played before the final announcement. So I want to urge the international observers that will be coming to keep to time, be focused, avoid any distraction from any political leader or Nigerian, so that their purpose of coming will be truly and fully achieved. And there is this word that said, he who said that injustice is good must reap from the bottom pot of injustice. Any judge that will see the truth and turn it upside down, believe you me, both he and his entire generation will turn upside down. Justice must be done in Imo State, especially concerning this appeal court's review of judgment. A fair judgment should be left on the table of this coming review. So, what is your own comment? Please, I am speaking on a fair ground. I would really appreciate you to do the same. Let's shun anything that has to do with unfairness, because we are talking about a leader here and the future of the people in Imo State. Make sure you make a genuine comment. Leave your comment behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as bell buttons to get updated anytime we upload new videos. Thank you.